Okay, so in this video we'll see how we can export data, invoice data from ezvVet and import that data into Odoo, because this is a crucial step which might need to be done every fortnight or monthly for synchronizing the invoices between ezvVet and Odoo. So in this case, you will see that this is the login screen for ezvVet. First, you specify the credentials and log in to your ezvVet account. You select this database. And once you log into ezvVet, you have to go into these records option, this record option. And here you have to specify the record type you want to export. So in case of customer invoices, we choose the invoice record. And for all the invoices, we have to specify that we just want to export the active invoice, the inactive ones, or all of them. So by default, it is selected as active, so we'll let it remain as active. And this is showing you the current date till when these invoices would be generated. Now, then you have to specify the criteria for exporting. So we click on this button, this plus button, and we specify the date because we want to export the invoices by date. So just as an example, let's say if we are going to export the invoices for the month of April 2025, we'll specify the criteria like greater than equal to. Then we specify the date for those invoices, like we say we want to export the invoices for April, or let's say we'll do it for the month of December. So we'll specify the date for the current month, like from 1st December, and then we have to specify the end date. So again we choose the date, and since the current date is this one, so we'll say it should be less than or equal to 21st. So all the invoices for December which are between this date 1st of December to 21st of December should be exported. So once we have specified this criteria, we can go ahead and click on Show Records button. So it's showing you that there are 166 invoices starting from 1st December and going up to the current date. So you can select all these invoices by clicking on this checkbox. So with this checkbox in the header will select all the invoices. And then you can scroll down, and here at the bottom you can see that you can either choose to export the selected invoices, all 166, in this case both are same, and then you can click on the action button. So once you click on the action button, ezvVet offers you many formats. These formats are available for you to export your invoices, but we will select the Excel format, and then we'll click on the Q report button to generate the exported file. So this is the file which has been created, showing invoice credit summary. This is available in our downloads. Like in our download, you can see this file is available. Once you double click on this file, you will be able to see the data which ezvVet has exported, and you'll be able to see it starting from 1st December going up to 21st December. So this is all the data which has been exported from ezvVet, 166 rows approximately. Now the next step is to format this data into a CSV file, because this data will not be imported as such in this format into Odoo, but we have to reformat it in a structure which is compatible with Odoo. So we go into some of those files which we have prepared before. Like we have already imported the data in December's file. We'll open this file again, and we'll see all this data is available, which has been exported previously. So we'll get rid of this data, but not all of the data. I'll show you which data to remove. And mainly the numbers, we can just bold the heading so it appears distinctively. We select all the numbers. We remove all the numbers first, this column. So we delete it. Then the due date also, we select and remove it. The name of the customers, the invoice date, the payment status we will let it remain, the draft status draft we will let it remain, the type will be customer, the value of the invoice, the amount should be removed, and the tax amount, which is constant, that is 5% for UAE VAT, and the account which will be used to import these invoices in, this is the same account, and the tax ID for UAE, which is this, it should not be touched, it should remain as it is. So now we are ready to copy that data from our ezvVet file. We'll go into the ezvVet file. So here we have to select the invoice number first, all the values in this column, and Control C, and then we paste it in our Odoo CSV file. And the name of the customer, it will come from here, from the client column. Control C and Control V. And for the dates, we have to see that we have to choose this column, the date column, not the other one. There are two date columns. One is just date, and the other one is with date and time also. I'll show you. This one, this includes date and time. So we don't have to copy this column. We just have to copy the date column from here. Control C, and this will go into this invoice filter. This will actually be copied in both the columns, the due date as well as invoice bill date, in case of customer invoices. So once this is done, now we can bring in the invoice amounts, and for that you choose, you have to make sure that you are copying from the VAT exclusive values, because VAT will be calculated automatically within Odoo's database. So we copy these values, Control C, in the sales price column. Make sure the heading, you don't touch the heading names of these columns, because they are fixed in Odoo and they have to match with the Odoo column name. So please don't try to modify these names. They have to be fixed. And once you import the amounts, you will see that the prefix of dirham is also attached to this value. So here you can go into this section and choose this column column formatting as number. So these will be removed and we just need these values. So once you have done this, you scroll down to the bottom, because you will see you will be copying values from one format from one month to another. If you are using the same file, you are copying data from 1 month and removing certain data and then copying it for another month. So there might be a difference in the number of rows. So make sure that all these values which were retained in Odoo, they have to be copied up till all the rows are at the same level. So you copy this status values also, and the VAT, the sales account, and the VAT ID. So now you make sure that all the values, there were 166 rows, they have the same values, they have the none of the column is blank, and they have values in each of the columns that has been copied from ezvVet. So now this Odoo file for import is ready. This is a CSV file. We'll save it and close this file, and we close this file even. And now we go into Odoo's interface, and in the dashboard you can click on customer invoices, or from this menu you can use the invoices option as well. So here you will be importing your invoices, customer invoices. You go into this cog icon and select import records from here, and then you select upload data file. And this is the file, like we were preparing this import December file. We will select this file and open this file. Now once you bring in this file in Odoo's database, it is not yet imported because this is in an intermediate state. First we will evaluate this file for all the correct data formatting, and then we'll import it. So steps which you have to do at this stage is change the date format to day, month and year, because this is the format in which we have specified the values in our original file. So it should be day, month and year format. And once you have done this, you can test the file. Now test means that before actually importing the data in Odoo, you have to see if there are any errors, if there are not any errors generated regarding the value. So we click on test. Now it's showing you the file contains blocking errors. Now what type of errors are these? It's showing you in this red column. It's saying no matching records found for the following name and field partners. Mr. Retz Bogdan, Mr. Anson Mabruk, Ms. Sidrais, and one more. So what does it mean? If you get this error in Odoo while importing the file, it means that these customers are not present in Odoo's database. So just these customers, any other customers which were imported before have their record created within Odoo. So in this case, what you have to do, you have to go into, when a value cannot be matched, you click on this menu. From this pop-up, you select create new values, because once Odoo will create these values in its database, then it will match the customer record. So you click on create new values and then you test it again. You click on this test button. So now when you get this message, everything seems valid. It means now this data is ready to be imported in Odoo, which means that once you import this data, it will be created in draft mode, because that is the mode we specified in our file, and all the data will be imported in Odoo. So if you like, you can just import it, go ahead and click on the import button to import the data, but we will not do it here because we have already imported some of the data, so that might create problems for some duplicate data would be created. So we are not going to import it, but Now you understood the procedures, because this is the final step. You have to import and the data would be imported, and that data would be created in draft stage, which means that still unless you post that data, you have the option of deleting that data and re-importing it. And for re-importing, this entire procedure has to be followed, which I just showed you, like generating, the file was generated from ezvVet, it was formatted in Odoo CSV format, and then that data was imported into Odoo. So I hope you have understood this process, and this can be done whenever you need to import any amount of data. You just ensure that those dates are specified in correctly in ezvVet, and for that date interval, that data is exported, and then once that data is converted into Odoo CSV format, then it's ready to be imported in Odoo.